Hey Gemini, welcome to Intuitive Gems. My name's Desiree, and today, today I'll be doing your money, wealth, finance, prosperity, abundance reading for the month of January 2024. Now, if this is your first time catching one of my readings, I do want to say welcome and I invite you to subscribe because I do these readings each and every month, and I would love to share your money message with you. Wow, Gemini. For the readings this month, I'm using my original tarot deck. I will clarify with my Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot. Then I will close out your reading, Gemini, with a Star Seed Oracle card. Oh, you've got lots of knights here. Okay, let's get everybody situated. Okay. All right, Gemini. Let's take a look at what's going on here. So you got one of the most positive cards in the deck, that Sun card. Looks like 2024 is going to start off really good for you. We got that Six of Cups that's reconnecting with someone or something from your past. I feel like this is not personal relationship. This is more about connecting with someone business or work-wise, okay? And then you guys make a plan to do something that could actually turn out to be very profitable. Now, I'm picking up too, something gets revisited here. Something in your work, something in your professional or your business life. It's like somebody said, hey, are you interested in doing this? Or would you like to partner on this? Or would you like to work together? So that could be the connection here. But that King of Wands means somebody has their eye on you. Someone's very impressed. Someone wants to work with you. Someone wants to hire you, or someone is considering you for a job or a project. And it looks like this is something that has been discussed previously, and you revisit that thing again in the first week of January. So someone wants to work with you. I do feel like this is something good. You know, this is not something that's not going to be beneficial for you. But I also think maybe the timing was an issue before, and now you've got time to really consider this. So we've got that Sun card. Remember, that's the most positive card in the deck. That means things are going to work out. Whatever you decide as it relates to this, it's going to work out. And it looks like it's going to be better than what you even expect, especially as it relates to money, right? There's new opportunities here. There's new streams of income headed your way, just depending on what you say yes to and what you make yourself available for. Now, we've got two knights here. Now, the knights are cards that talk about support, assistance, help, things really kind of... I want to say helping you get to wherever it is you need to go. And it's funny because the Knight of Wands is the work assistance, help, support. And the Knight of Swords is the speed. It's the timing. It's things happening quickly and things being temporary. All right, so we are getting some help here as it relates to our financial situation, but what I'm picking up with the Knight of Swords is like the help is not going to be around forever. We really have to move and take action on it when it shows up. Otherwise, we are going to miss out. So you've got new opportunities coming and showing up here. It's going to work out positively. You also have some support and assistance happening here. But again, if you don't move on it quickly, Gemini, it's not going to be there forever, okay? So don't hesitate to say yes if you feel like this is something that's going to resonate with you and something that's going to help you as it relates to your money. I want to be very clear because I'm feeling an intenseness as it relates to that Knight of Swords, okay? Like it's something where, hey, we got to move on this because the deadline's going to expire, or, you know, the person's going to ask or look somewhere else, okay? So be diligent, don't waste time. All right, interesting. We've got that Page of Pentacles. That's good news as it relates to money. The thing is, it's just not going to be what you expect, right? So it could be anything. You know, it literally could be anything. Maybe you get a raise, whatever, but maybe the raise isn't as big as you thought it would be. Maybe somebody gives you money, but it's not as much as you thought it would be. Whatever the case may be, this is good news coming as it relates to your money. We also have that Six of Swords. That's the travel card. A lot of you are going to be taking trips or planning trips. I feel, Gemini, like you're planning a trip later in the year, but you're doing all the stuff now in January, like maybe for summer. Something like that, maybe planning a summer vacation. So you're booking, the flights, the hotel, all that stuff. Looks like you're going to be doing that sometime this month. Next, we've got the Eight of Pentacles. Now, the Eight of Pentacles talks about a slowdown in work, but that doesn't mean a slowdown in money. It just means that you're not going to be as busy, or maybe you're making the same amount of money, but you're working less. The thing is everybody has like cycles and seasons as it relates to their money. So this could be maybe a slow time for you as it relates to work or your business, Gemini. But the thing is, don't worry. Just because you're not working doesn't mean you're not making money. Things that you have put into place previously are paying off. Maybe you sell something that you listed a long time ago and it finally sells, so you just don't have to work as much, but you still make the money. It could happen in any way. So just enjoy it, right? It's one of those things, enjoy making money with less effort. Next up, we got that Nine of Swords. This is a great card to see in the reverse. Both of these cards are good to see in the reverse, actually, because this card means you're no longer feeling anxious, worried, or stressed. And then the Eight of Swords in the reverse means you're no longer feeling like you are limited in what you can and cannot do. In other words, your self-concept improves as it relates to you being successful and you making more money. We also got that Ace of Cups in the reverse. Now, the Ace of Cups in the reverse is all about a new relationship. But what I'm picking up is that this relationship is not something that is going to be, it's not going to be something that's either long-term, or it's going to be something that's very distracting as it relates to you and your work. Now, everybody, because I am picking up on a lot of the signs have gotten similar cards indicating this, that there's new relationships happening for a lot of you. The problem is like sometimes these relationships could be very distracting, and you lose focus of what your goals are as it relates to your money. So there's nothing wrong. This could be a very beautiful relationship. It could be the relationship you've been waiting for your whole life. But the thing is we have to remember not to let the relationship distract us from what we're trying to do as it relates to finances. Okay? So if you have a budget, don't go on a date and then spend all this money that you have had budgeted, for something else. It's one of those types of things where sometimes a new relationship can distract us from what we're trying to build. And trust me, I get it. It's fun, and sometimes we just enjoy, being with another person or having that connection, or really feeling like we are, really jiving with somebody. And I think that's fantastic. But remember, keep your focus on your money or your business or whatever it is, your work, your career, whatever it is that you're trying to do, because you've got goals in place. All right, Gemini? And I just don't want you to lose sight of what it is you're trying to build. Okay? So again, I'm not saying don't have fun, but what I am saying is remember to keep the priorities what they should be. I guess that's the best way to say it. All right, Gemini, let's go ahead and continue on and see what else shows up for you as it relates to money, wealth, finances, whoa, prosperity, and abundance for the month of January 2024. All right, so let's take a look. Ooh, okay. Seven of Cups. Now, the Seven of Cups is all about having a lot of options. Again, I feel like you're pretty clear on what you want to do, what experiences you want to have, and what kind of money you want to make as we move into this new year, Gemini. You are not saying yes to things that you may have said yes to before. That's what I'm picking up with this Seven of Cups. It's like you are saying no and you're making the conscious decision to say no to certain things because you want to say yes to something else. We also got that Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. When I see her in the reverse, it means that the second half of January is not going to be the ideal time for you to invest in anything, Gemini. So if you have the opportunity to wait it out, I would definitely do that. Again, depending on what you're investing in, make sure it's something you fully understand and you're not putting yourself or your money at risk. Next, we got the Four of Pentacles. All of the signs have been getting this card. This is about paying attention to the budget and reevaluating where your money is going this year. Do you need to put more in savings? Do you need to invest more? Do you need to spend less as it relates to certain things? It's about really having a strategic plan for your money and making sure that you stay committed to that plan. Next, we've got the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles means somebody recognizes you for the work that you do. We already talked about that here. It means that somebody wants to work with you. Somebody wants to hire you. Somebody wants to connect and maybe collaborate or partner with you. Just make sure that you're both benefiting equally before you agree to anything. This is both in finances as well as maybe exposure or opportunity. Make sure it's not where one side is benefiting more. In this case, Gemini, I mean the other side. Make sure if you do agree to work with someone, it's going to be just as beneficial and just as profitable for you as it is for the other person. Next up, we got that Four of Swords. Now, the Four of Swords is all about taking action and showing up. It's not about actually stepping back. As a matter of fact, it's quite the opposite when this card shows up. It's about literally having the courage to put yourself out there, be seen, and do all the things that will get you noticed. And I know sometimes this isn't easy for a lot of us. But remember, you don't have to necessarily put yourself out there, but you do need to make sure that you are letting people know what you do, letting people know what you sell, your product, your business, whatever. It's really about being proactive for your own benefit, even if that means just going to a networking event. But it's really about taking action and doing whatever you can so other people can help you get what you want. All right, Gemini, let's see what else shows up for you. Interesting. So you got that Eight of Pentacles twice. Making decisions. You know what else I'm feeling for you, Gemini, is that you're going to be making decisions and you're going to change them up. It's like you had a plan initially, then you change your mind. And that's what I'm picking up here, because this Two of Swords is in the reverse. So you had a plan going into the month, right? You said, okay, we're in January. I decide to do this, this, and this. Then things happen. You get new ideas, you get new opportunities, and then you change up your plan as we close out the month of January. But that's okay. It's okay. It's okay to pivot. It's okay to, redirect or whatever needs to happen. Okay, so we got the Moon card. Now, the Moon card in the reverse talks about new information becomes available for you. So that could be why you change your plans. The Moon talks about something that was once hidden, something that where you were uninformed. Now you're informed, now you know, now you're educated, so you can make a different decision. You can make different plans. We talked about this Eight of Pentacles. Remember, we saw him here again. This is about you working smarter, not harder. Sometimes you can make more money with less effort, and I feel like you figure out a way to do that in some capacity, Gemini. Now, it may not be your full-time thing, but, maybe you do start selling something. They say selling something is actually the work that requires the least amount of effort. Why? Because it's literally just you giving something, and then doing the transaction. Now, that doesn't apply to everything, but I remember hearing a speaker many years ago where he said selling really is the best kind of work to do because there's no limit, no income. And it's really the only thing stopping you really is how much you can sell and what you can negotiate. So I feel like maybe that's part of your plan, Gemini. Maybe you're selling some things, maybe some old things in your house, maybe some things on Facebook Marketplace or eBay, and that also can bring in money very quickly. All right, we talked about the Two of Swords, which is you changing up your plans, making some different decisions as we close out the month of January. I feel like I said, you get some new information here. And so it allows you to make a better plan, maybe a more solid plan. Next up, we got the Knight of Cups. That means support and assistance is coming your way. And this is exactly what you need when you need it. You got a lot of knights, because remember, we had 2 knights up here. The Knight of Cups talks about not financial, well, it could be financial, but it's really more about emotional support and somebody just being there for you. And sometimes, yes, that does bring financial support too. Somebody wants to help you, somebody wants to give to you, somebody wants to really give you whatever you need in order to do whatever you want to do. And this is a good person, someone who truly cares about you, someone who wants to see you win. Next up, we got the Hermit card. Again, interesting because this card fell on that 4 of Swords. That's the card of literally being proactive. It's not about holing up in your house and hiding from the world. As a matter of fact, it's all about being seen and putting yourself out there. Now, you don't have to do this in a crazy way, Gemini. You don't have to go on TikTok and do some crazy dance or anything like that. But it really is communicating what you do, what you have available, and how you can help people. And I feel like this is something that's going to really bring you a lot of opportunity if you just consistently do it. And I know it's hard. It's not easy. It's definitely a challenge, and it's definitely a struggle, to be consistent with that. But, that's kind of how life is. We really just have to consistently do something, and that's where things happen. That's where the results really show up. All right, finally, we got that Page of Wands. The Page of Wands means some unexpected news as it relates to the work you do. Now, whenever I see that Page of Wands, it's always like something I think you knew coming, but you didn't expect it to happen, right? It's like, oh, someone's going to get fired, or oh, someone's going to get promoted, or oh, they changed the procedures, what we do on this. So it's usually something where you kind of had an idea, but you didn't think it would actually happen, but it does. Now, this isn't always negative. This isn't necessarily a bad thing. As a matter of fact, I don't think it's a bad thing at all. Because what happens with this card, whenever I see it, even though it's something you didn't expect or something you didn't think would ever come true, it actually ends up working out in your favor. So, because it really motivates you, or it's like the thing that kind of shifts everything for you. So let's say it's like, oh, somebody gets a promotion or something like that, and then you're like, okay, that's it. I can't believe she got that promotion. I'm definitely moving on and looking for another job. You know what I mean? So it's not like it's something necessarily negative, because it could be the thing that triggers you to make a better decision for yourself, especially something money related. Now, it doesn't always play out that way, but I want to say most of the time, something along those lines usually is what happens. So Gemini, like I said, you got the most positive card in the deck here. So January is definitely going to be a good month for you. But I do see lots of decisions here and lots of plans. The other thing too is you're getting a lot of help and support. So whatever you decide to do, understand that, things are working in your favor in every way possible. And in whatever it is that you decide, you will be supported as long as you take the action like we talked about here. All right, Gemini, let's go ahead and close out your reading with a Star Seed Oracle card. Wow, okay, you got baby steps. Now, this is exactly what we were talking about. It says, action, follow your intuition before it makes sense. Action, exactly. That's it, Gemini. All right, Gemini, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them down below. And I want to thank you so much for spending this time with me. We'll do it all again next month.